Lying on your mat, knees bent, feet flat on the floor. Bring the feet close to your bottom, lengthen the arms down by your side. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, squeeze and lift the pelvic floor and draw your low tummy muscles down. Breathe in, exhale, scoop the low tummy muscles in. Inhale to release. Exhale, squeeze and lift the pelvic floor to push the low back into the mat and then lift the hips up. Squeeze your glutes, bring your arms overhead. Lower your spine down one vertebra at a time. Breathe in, bring the arms down to the mat. Scoop the tummy in, lift the hips up. Take the arms overhead. As you lower down, draw your low tummy muscles in. Inhale, press the arms down. Exhale to lift the hips up, squeezing your glutes, squeezing your pelvic floor. Lower down one vertebra at a time. Inhale, press the arms down. Exhale to lift the hips up, squeezing your glutes to send the hips high, arms overhead. Inhale to lower all the way down. Take another breath in. Exhale to lift the hips up, squeeze your glutes. Take the arms overhead and again lowering down one vertebra at a time. Take the arms back down to the mat. Scoop your low tummy muscles in. You're going to lift your head, lift your hands as high as your shoulders, bring your knees to tabletop, lengthen the legs away, hundreds. Breathing in for 5. As you breathe out, squeeze your heels, squeeze your inner thighs, lower the legs. Breathing in for 5, breathing out for 5. Lift the legs up. And then you're going to press your hands down and roll all the way over, toes to the floor. Lock your knees, scoop your tummy muscles in to roll back up, back into hundreds. Inhale for 5, calm breath, squeeze your heels, squeeze and lift the pelvic floor. Inhale, and then exhale, press the hands down to roll all the way over. Toes to the floor, lock the knees, scoop the tummy muscles in to lift up, back into hundreds. Inhale as the legs lower, squeezing the heels, squeezing your inner thighs, and then lower the arms to the mat to roll all the way back over. Keep the knees locked and the quads engaged as you lift up. Inhale. Exhale, lower the legs, squeeze your inner thighs, squeeze your heels, squeeze your pelvic floor, rolling over again. Lock your knees, engage your quads, and now you're going to roll all the way up into teaser. Engage your quads, squeeze your heels, squeeze your inner thighs, lower the legs. Exhale to lift the legs up. Really use that pelvic floor. Squeeze the heels, squeeze your inner thighs, lifting the legs up. Draw your low tummy muscles in, lift the legs. Inhale to lower, exhale to lift the legs as high as you can. Keep the arms long and lengthened, bend the knees, and come and sit on the mat. Lengthen the legs in front of you and open your heels wide. Take your hands behind your head, interlace your fingers. Lift up, long spine, lengthen the spine up, breathe in. Breathe out, rotate to the left. Scoop your tummy in as you lower back, halfway. Dive forward, take your right elbow between your right knee and lift the left elbow up as you rotate. Inhale, exhale, rotate more. Reach that top elbow high and then lengthen all the way back up. Rotate further and then back to center. Rotate to the right, scoop your tummy muscles in as you go back halfway, dip the left elbow between your knees, push that left elbow against the inside of your left knee and rotate further. Reach your right elbow up and twist. Lengthen all the way back up, increase the rotation back to center. Rotate to the left, scoop your tummy in as you roll back. Dive the right elbow between your knees, push the right elbow against the inside of your right knee and rotate. And rotate further. Reach the top elbow up, rotate even further, and then lengthen back up to go deeper into the twist. Back to center. Lengthen the spine up, squeeze your pelvic floor as you rotate, scoop the tummy in as you go back. Dive the left elbow between your knees, push the left elbow against the inside of the left knee, reach the right elbow high, rotate more. Inhale, exhale to rotate, lengthen all the way back up, increase the rotation, back to center. Take your heels wider on the mat. And then lengthen the arms out to the side. Lock your elbows, engage your arms. Breathe in, lengthen the spine. Breathe out, rotate. Lengthen the right arm beyond the left foot. Reach it forward, left arm back, and lengthen up. Rotate to the right, left arm to the outside of the right foot. Reach the back arm up, back to center. And twist. Lean forward. Back arm lengthens and reaches up as the front arm reaches forward. Lengthen, rotate, reach that left arm beyond the right foot. Back arm reaches up, rotate and lengthen. Again, rotate to the left. Right arm reaches beyond that left foot. Left arm reaches back behind you and high. Lengthen up And again, rotate to the right, left hand reaches to the outside of the right foot, back arm reaches up, back to center. Lengthen up and come into a forward bend, reaching your hands beyond the toes, scoop the tummy in and come and sit back up. Come back and lie down on the mat, knees bent, feet flat on the floor. Take your hands behind your head, interlace your fingers, curl up, bring your knees into tabletop. Inhale, pull that right knee towards you and switch. Pull the right knee in as the left leg lengthens away. Pull the left knee towards you as the right leg lengthens away and switch. Keep that leg lengthening away from you. Pull both knees into tabletop. Lengthen the legs and the arms away and pull the knees towards you. Reach your arms, reach your legs away. Inhale. Exhale to reach the legs and the arms away. Inhale to pull the knees in. Exhale. Inhale, lock your knees and then take your hands behind the head. Bring the straight legs towards you. Stay in that curled up position. Heels together, inner thighs squeezing. Inhale to lower, exhale, squeeze your pelvic floor to lift the legs. Keep the quads engaged and the knees locked. Really feel those abdominals working. Push your low back into the mat using your low tummy. Bring the right leg towards you and switch. Pull, pull. And switch. So scissor those legs. Pull the leg all the way towards you. That straight leg is coming towards you. Keep the knee locked and the quad engaged. Bend the knees in, both hands behind the head and crisscross. So you're reaching your elbow to your opposite knee as you rotate from the waist and twist. The leg lengthens away from you as you pull the knee in. Now straighten the right leg, bend the knee and twist. Straighten the left leg, bend the knee in and rotate. Lengthen that right leg, lock your knee, pull the knee in and rotate. Lengthen, bend and rotate. Really aim that elbow even further than the opposite knee. So increase your rotation. Lengthen the left leg, pull the knee in and pull the knees in towards you. Both knees now. Squeeze your knees together as you rotate. Aim your knees beyond your shoulder. So as you rotate, squeeze your inner thighs, squeeze your pelvic floor. Keep the knees squeezing as you pull your knees across your body towards your opposite shoulder. Increasing the range of rotation. Lengthen the legs, pull the straight legs towards you, bend the knees in. And draw the knees in, lengthen, pull the legs towards you, bend the knees. Really go for that rotation. Lengthen the legs fully. Bring the straight legs towards you, increasing your rotation and bend. Knees cross your body towards your opposite shoulder. Pull the straight legs towards you, bend the knees and rotate. Squeezing your pelvic floor, locking your knees, pulling the legs towards you. And pull those knees across further, lengthen the legs fully, bring the straight legs to the opposite shoulder and then hug your knees in towards your chest, lower the head down. Lengthen the legs up, ready for rollover. Press your arms down, bring the straight legs towards you, take your toes all the way towards the floor. Flex your feet, push your heels away, lock your knees, engage your quads, slowly roll down. Heels connect, lower the legs down, squeezing your inner thighs, squeeze your heels and roll all the way over. Flex the feet, lock the knees. Feet and knees in parallel as you roll down. Bring your heels together as you lower the heels down towards the mat. Press the arms down as you roll all the way over. Flex the feet, push your heels away from you, lock your knees, rolling all the way up into teaser. Lock the knees, lift the arms, shoulders stay down, lower the legs, lift the legs up. Squeeze your heels, squeeze your pelvic floor. Inner thighs connect. Squeezing the heels and the pelvic floor, take the hands behind you. Shoulders down, lower the legs. Press the hands down as you lift the legs up. Keep the arms long and lengthened, elbows stay locked. Inhale to lower the legs, squeeze and lift the pelvic floor, squeeze the heels together. Bend the knees. Take your hands wider and further behind you. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, lift the chest, lift the legs up, lock your knees. Bring your legs to the right, lower down, lift to the left and high. Take them out to the left, lower down and up. So out to the right, lower down, lift up. Out to the left, lower, bring them up. Squeezing your heels, squeezing your pelvic floor as you take your legs out to the side. Bend the knees, bottom to the mat and reach forward into that forward bend, scooping your abdominals in, reaching your hands beyond your toes. So back seated, Fingertips face in towards you. Lock your elbows, squeeze your shoulder blades together, lift the chest. Lift up into the reverse plank position. Lock your elbows, really work your arms, and then lower all the way down. Squeeze your shoulder blades together, press the heels of the hands down, squeeze your glutes to send the hips up, squeeze your pelvic floor, draw your abdominals down. Inhale to lower. Squeezing your shoulder blades together, press the heels of the hands into the mat, squeeze your glutes to lift the hips high, and then lower all the way back down. Bend your knees. Hands stayed there, lift the hips up. You're now going to bend your elbows to drop your bottom down. Bend the elbows, lengthen. Inhale to bend, exhale to lengthen. Take your elbows behind you. So keep your elbows close towards each other. Don't let the elbows go out to the side. Take the elbows behind you to dip, lengthen the arms, and then up into that reverse tabletop position. Bottom to the mat, lengthen the legs in front of you and reach forward into that forward bend, locking your knees, engaging your quads, drawing your abdominals in. Come forward onto the mat, bend the knees, take hold of your ankles, lengthen the legs, lock your knees, slide the shoulders down, keep your arms long and lengthened, elbows stay locked, knees stay locked. Inhale to rock back, exhale to lift the chest, keep the knees locked. Breathe in to go back, scoop your tummy muscles in, squeeze your pelvic floor, lock the knees and lift. Arms stay long and lengthened. Inhale to go back, squeeze the pelvic floor, lift the chest. Inhale to go back, exhale, lock your knees, engage your quads, keep those arms long and lengthened. Inhale to go back, exhale, lift the chest, keep the knees locked and the quads engaged. Inhale to go back, exhale to lift the chest, lock your knees, take your legs wide, bring the feet onto the mat, cross your legs, hands in front of the mat, and come into 4-point kneeling in the center of the mat. Press the hands down, lengthen the arms, lift the chest up, slide the shoulder blades down your back. Keep the arms long and lengthened, draw your abdominals in. Bring the right knee to the chest, lengthen the right leg away from you. Squeeze your right glute. You're going to inhale to tap the right toe down, exhale to lift that leg up. Squeezing your right glute to lift your heel high. Draw your abdominals in. Squeeze the right glute to lift the heel high and now circle the heel. Squeezing your right glute, squeeze and lift the pelvic floor, creating that circle. It's a high circle, but it's small. Keep it high. Now reverse the circle. Squeeze the right glute. Keep your arms long and lengthened. Draw your abdominals in. Keep that circle nice and high, squeezing your glute. Bend your knee, flex your foot, push up. So you're pulsing the heel up. Squeezing that right glute to push your heel high. Keep the work in your abdominals. Draw the navel in as you squeeze your pelvic floor and pulse. Lengthen the leg away and come back into 4-point kneeling. Lift the chest, slide the shoulders back, bend the left knee, lengthen the left leg away from you. Inhale to tap the toe to the mat. Exhale, squeeze your left glute to lift your heel up. Draw your abdominals in. Lower, inhale, exhale to lift. Exhale to lift the heel. Now circle the heel. Keep the circle tiny and high, squeezing that left glute to create the circle. Abdominals drawing in. And then you're going to reverse the circle, squeezing that left glute to keep the heel high, locking your knee, squeeze and lift the pelvic floor, and then bending that left knee, flex your foot and pulse up. Squeeze your glute to push the heel up, squeezing and lifting your pelvic floor. Draw your abdominals in to pulse the heel up, squeeze your glute, and then lengthen the leg long, come back into 4-point kneeling. Sit your bottom onto your heels, reach your arms forward, drop your chest to the mat, squeeze and lift the pelvic floor and release any tension in the lower back. Come back into 4-point kneeling, shoulder blades down, step back into a plank position, engage your glutes, squeeze and lift the pelvic floor. You're going to lift the left leg, push back through the right heel, drop the left foot down. Lift the right leg, push back through the left heel, drop the right foot down. Lift the left leg, push back through the right heel and drop. Keep squeezing that glute as you lift the heel. Squeeze your pelvic floor to keep your abdominals working. Lift the left leg, push back and drop the toe to the mat. Lift the right leg, push back, drop the toe to the mat, back into your plank position, and then bend the elbows to lower down onto the mat. Take your heels wide, hands in front of your shoulders, elbows onto the mat. Palms down. Slide your shoulder blades away from your ears. Lift the head, lift the chest. Push the hands down and lengthen the arms fully. Lift the chest, slide the shoulder blades down. Breathe in, lift the chest higher. Engage your glutes. Squeeze your pelvic floor, lift the chest, slide the shoulders down. Bend the elbows as you breathe in to lower down. And again, slide the shoulders away from the ears. Engage your glutes as you press the hands into the mat. Lift the chest, slide the shoulders down. Squeeze and lift the pelvic floor. Rotate to the left, bend your elbows to lower down. Straighten the arms, rotate more to the left to lift up, back to center. Rotate to the right, bend the elbows to lower down, and then rotate more to the right as you lengthen through the arms, back to center. Keep squeezing your glutes. Rotate to the left, bend the elbows to lower all the way down. Squeeze your glutes, squeeze the pelvic floor as you lengthen through the arms, back to center. Rotate to the right, bend the elbows in as you lower down. Lengthen the arms fully, slide the shoulders down, back to center. Slide the shoulders down, lift the chest up, squeezing the glutes, squeeze your pelvic floor. Inhale to lower all the way down. Reach your arms forward. Bring your heels slightly closer together. Slide the shoulders down, draw the hands towards you. Keep your arms long and lengthened. Take your right arm, left arm, and reach it up. Reach your legs up, squeezing your glutes. And swimming. You're going to squeeze your glutes on the pelvic floor. Calm breathing. Inhale for 5. Exhale for 5. Squeezing the glutes, squeezing your pelvic floor. Keep the arms high. Squeeze your glutes to lift the heels even higher. Pulsing. Inhale for 5. And then lower all the way down onto the mat. Hands to your shoulders, sit your bottom onto your heels, open your knees wide, drop the chest to the mat, reach the fingertips forward, scoop your low tummy muscles in, and come down back onto your front, onto the tummy. Heels wide. Press your hands down, lengthen the arms fully, slide the shoulders down your back, lift the chest into Swan Dive. Breathing in, engage your glutes. As you breathe out, you're going to dive forward, lift the legs, lift the hands, lift the legs, breathing in, breathing out. Squeeze your glutes hard, squeeze your pelvic floor. Lift the legs as high as you can, lift back up into cobra, squeeze the glutes, bend the elbows to lower all the way down. Arms long down by your side, palms face up. Breathe in, lift the head, lift the chest, lift the hands, squeeze the shoulder blades together, palms face in. Lift the legs by engaging your glutes. Reach the fingertips towards your heels. Lock your elbows and squeeze the back of the arms. So really working the triceps to lift. Reach your fingertips towards your heels. Hold it there. Lock your elbows, engage the back of the arms. Lower down onto the mat. Lift the head. Lift the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Palms face up now. Lift the legs, squeeze your glutes. Reach the fingertips towards your heels, palms facing up. Bring your palms closer towards each other, thumbs towards each other. Lock your elbows, feel the back of the arms working, and then lower all the way down. Hands to the mat. Push back into that child's position. Chest down, sits bones to your heels. Draw your low tummy muscles in. Coming back down onto the mat on your front. Bend your knees, bring your heels towards your bottom. Take hold of the back of the feet. You're going to pull your heels all the way in towards your bottom. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Lift the head, lift the chest. Reach your toes up and push your feet away from you. And then inhale to lower down. Squeeze your shoulder blades together first. Keep your arms long and lengthened. Push your feet back and rock. So lift your toes up. Keep your arms long and lengthened. Keep pushing your toes up and push your feet back away from you. So feel your hands being pushed away from you. Pull your hands towards you and then come back onto your tummy, legs long. Push back into that child's position. Sit your bottom onto your heels. Reach your fingertips forward. Drop the chest to the mat. Scoop your low tummy muscles in. And then come back onto your mat for side lying. Reach the legs away from you. Head onto your hand. Heels together. You're going to lift both the legs up. Inhale to lower. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Squeeze and lift your pelvic floor to lift the legs up. Really keep the legs long and lengthened. Inhale to lower. Squeeze the pelvic floor to lift the legs up. Really feeling it in those obliques. Draw your abdominals in as you lift the legs. Navel to spine. Squeeze and lift the pelvic floor. Heels stay together, and now lift the top leg, lift the bottom leg to reach it, lower both the legs halfway down. Lift the top leg, bottom leg reaches up. So really lift that bottom leg to meet the top leg. Top leg lifts, bottom leg lifts to meet. Keep the abdominals pulling in, squeeze and lift the pelvic floor. Keep those legs long and lengthened. Reach the bottom heel to the top heel, lift a little higher, and then lower the legs to the mat. Lift the right leg up and then lower down. As you lower the leg, pick up the bottom leg and squeeze your heels together. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Reach the leg up, heels together to lower. Inhale to lift, exhale to squeeze. Lift the top leg, squeeze the heels together. Reach that leg higher, squeeze the heels. Lengthen the leg away from you as you lower down. And now bring the leg forward, kick, kick, flex forward and point back. Kick, kick and point back. Flex, kick, kick, squeeze the glute to take that leg behind you. Forward, kick, kick and back. Inhale to take it forward, exhale to reach that leg back. Now, bend your knees in, stick your bottom out and lift and lower the top leg. So the right knee lifts higher than the right hip and then it lowers towards the bottom knee. Keeping your bottom sticking out behind you, drawing your abdominals in, squeezing your pelvic floor, feeling it in that right glute as you lift and lower the knee. And then you're going to keep your knee high, circle the knee. It's a small circle. You're squeezing your pelvic floor and you're drawing your abdominals in. Keep the circle small. Keep it just higher than that hip. Keep the circle tiny, breathing nice and calmly, and then reverse the circle. Squeeze and lift the pelvic floor. Feeling the right glute work, squeeze and lift the pelvic floor. Keep the breath going, breathing through as you circle, and then pick up your heels, open your knee, lengthen the leg up, heel to heel, knee to knee. Open the knee, lengthen that right leg up. So you open the knee and then you reach the leg away from you, heel to heel, knee to knee. And again, squeezing your pelvic floor, drawing your abdominals in. Inhale to lower, exhale to lengthen that leg away from you. Open the knee, lengthen the leg away, heel to heel, knee to knee. Reach the leg away. Inhale to lower, lengthen the top leg and lower down. Reach the leg away and then drop the heels to the mat. Come into mermaid position. Reach your left arm up, right hand to your left hip and reach up and over towards the right. Breathing in, breathing out. Left hand to the mat and reach up and over to the left. Right hand to your left hip as you reach up and over to the right. Left hand to the mat as you reach up and over to the left. Really go for more range as you reach up into this twist, and then come for the other side. So put your head on your hand, lengthen the legs away from you, long legs, exhale to lift, inhale to lower. Squeeze your heels, squeeze your inner thighs. Keep working that pelvic floor. Squeeze and lift the pelvic floor and draw your abdominals in as you lift the legs up. Squeezing your inner thighs together. Keep squeezing the pelvic floor. Draw your abdominals in as you feel those obliques working. Hold the legs up. Lift the top leg. Bottom leg lifts to meet it. Lower halfway down. Top leg lifts. Bottom leg lifts to meet it. Lift the top leg. Bottom leg reaches up. Drawing your abdominals in. Keep the legs long and lengthened. Lift the top leg. Bottom leg to meet. Lift the top leg. Bottom leg meets. And then reach the heels away from you as you lower down. Reach the heels away from you, keeping those legs long and lengthened. And then reach your heels, squeeze the inner thighs together. Bring the leg up and then lower down, squeezing your heels. So the left leg reaches up. As you lower the left leg down, pick up your right heel and squeeze your right heel into your left heel. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Exhale to lift, inhale to lower. Squeeze the heels, squeeze your inner thighs. Then bring the top leg forward and then point the toe as you reach it back. Flex, flex to bring it forward. Exhale to reach it back. Inhale forward, squeeze that left glute as you take it behind you. Keep the abdominals working, pelvic floor engaged. Keep that navel drawing in, flex, flex, and point back. Inhale, flex forward. Exhale, squeeze the glute to take it behind you. Bend your knees all the way in, stick your bottom out, pull your abdominals in, lifting and lowering that top leg. So the left leg is lifting and lowering, the knee comes just higher than the hip. sending your bottom out behind you, drawing your abdominals in, squeezing and lifting the pelvic floor, starting to feel it in that left glute. Focus on your abdominals drawing in, squeeze and lift the pelvic floor. Keep the bottom sticking out behind you and circle the knee. The circle is small, but it's higher than that left hip. Keep the circle a circle. Keep drawing your abdominals in, squeezing and lifting the pelvic floor. Keep circling. Keep breathing nice and calmly, and then you're going to reverse the circle. Keep the circle nice and small, but higher than that hip, drawing your abdominals in. Keep the knee bent, keep the bottom sticking out behind you, squeezing that pelvic floor, draw the tummy in even more deeply, and keep the circle going. And then you're going to pick up both heels, open the top knee, lengthen that top leg, heel to heel, knee to knee. Left leg lengthens, heel to heel, knee to knee. Open your knees, lengthen the legs away. Inhale to lower, exhale to lengthen away. Inhale to lower, exhale to reach your heel away from you. Keep your tummy muscles pulling in, squeezing the pelvic floor. Lengthen that top leg away from you, drawing your abdominals in. Inhale to lower, exhale to lengthen away. Inhale to lower, exhale to reach the leg long, and then lower the knees down. Come into the mermaid position. Reach your right arm up, left hand to your right hip, and reach up and over to the left. Breathing in, put your right hand onto the floor as you reach up and over to the right. Left hand to the right hip as you reach up and over to the left. And right hand to the mat as you reach up and over to the right. Left hand to the right hip, reach up and over. Come to the center of the mat, high kneeling. Take your left leg out to the side. Take your left hand behind the head. Place your right hand onto the mat. Lift the left leg up. Bring the leg forward, kick, kick. Take the leg behind you, point. So flex, flex, and then point, point, take it behind you. Stabilize the pelvis using your abdominals. Draw your abdominals in, lower the toe to the mat, reach your right arm up and over into that side stretch, and then to the other side. Right leg out to the mat, right hand behind the head, left hand to the mat. Lift your right heel up, kick it forward, flex, flex, point, point, take it behind you. Flex, flex, bring it forward, point, point. Pulling your abdominals in, flex, flex, point, point, take it behind you, and then come up, reach your left arm up and over into that side stretch. Come onto the mat, left leg on top. Bring your left foot in front of your right foot. Keep the legs long and lengthened and come up into side plank. Right hand to the mat, left arm reaches up. Dip the hips down towards the mat. Exhale to push your hips up. Inhale to lower. Exhale to lift. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Squeeze and lift the pelvic floor, drawing your abdominals in. Exhale to lift. Inhale to dip the hips down. Exhale to lift the hips up, and then come up and over into a side bend, lowering down onto the mat. Bend the knees. The left foot's in front, left foot flat on the mat. Come up into a side bend, reach up and over, and then rotate the chest to the floor. Press the left hand down, send the sits bones to the ceiling. Rotate all the way towards the ceiling with the chest and the face. And then again, send the sits bones to the ceiling as you drop the chest towards the mat. Come back into side bend, rotate the face and the chest to the ceiling, deeper into the twist. And again, left hand to the mat, send the sits bones up, and then rotate the face and the chest to the ceiling, more rotation into that side bend, and then lower onto the mat. Reach the right arm up and over towards the left. Change legs. Right leg on top, right foot forward, left foot behind. Left hand onto the mat, lengthen the legs, squeeze your inner thighs together into that side plank. Lower down as you breathe in, exhale to lift. Inhale to lower the hips, exhale to lift the hips up. Squeezing your inner thighs together, squeeze and lift the pelvic floor, drawing your abdominals in. Exhale to lift, inhale to lower, really feeling those obliques working. Inhale to lower, squeeze and lift the pelvic floor as you squeeze those inner thighs together. Lift up into that side bend, send the right hip up to the ceiling and then lower down. Bend the knees, right foot stays in front, foot flat on the mat, and then lift up into the side bend. reaching up, sending the hips up. Rotate the chest towards the floor, right hand to the mat, and then back into that side bend. Rotate the face and the chest to the ceiling. And again, rotate the face and the chest to the mat, sits bones to the ceiling, arm to the ear, rotate the face and the chest to the ceiling, sending the hips up. And again, right hand to the mat, send the sits bones back as you scoop the tummy muscles in, into the side bend, and then add in more rotation towards the ceiling, and then come all the way back down. Sitting on the mat, crossing your right leg over your left leg, squeeze your inner thighs together, roll over into a rollover position, switch the legs, squeeze your inner thighs together, lift up, keep the legs lifted, take your hands behind you, interlace the fingers, squeeze the shoulder blades together, squeeze your inner thighs, lower the legs, lower the face to the knees, bring your arms forward and come back up to seated. Squeeze your inner thighs together as you roll over. Open and close the legs, cross in the other direction, and then come and lift up into the teaser position, squeezing your inner thighs together, hands behind you, interlace the fingers, lower the legs, drop the face to the knees, reach the hands forward. Hands to the mat, lengthen the spine up, squeeze your inner thighs as you roll over. Open and close the legs, crisscross in the other direction, and then lift up, lift the arms, take the arms behind you, keep the legs lifted, squeeze your pelvic floor, lift the hands, interlace your fingers, bring the arms over, nose to knees, reach your arms forward, scoop your tummy muscles in. Come and lie down on the mat and then roll all the way over, toes to the floor. Lock your knees, scoop your tummy muscles in. Take your hands onto your sacrum and then bring your legs towards your face. Take your right leg away from you, lock both your knees, engage your quads. Take the right leg further away and switch. Aim that leg away from you. Don't let the leg come too close to your face. Take your opposite leg away from you, squeezing your glute to send that leg further away from you. Locking your knees, really scissoring those legs. Reach the legs away from you. Now dip the left knee towards the floor, pull the knee towards you into bicycle and reach your leg away, dip the toe towards the floor, lengthen the leg. As one knee bends, the other leg straightens. And reversing the direction, toe to the floor, bend the knee to the face as you straighten the opposite leg. Bicycling those legs, drop the right toe to the mat, keep that left leg long and lengthened. Flex the left foot, lower the leg, point the toe to lift, flex to lower, point to lift, engaging that right glute to stabilize. Left leg lowers, point to lift, flexing and pointing the toe. Bend the knee, drop the left foot to the floor, bend the right knee in, lengthen the leg fully, flex to lower, point to lift, flex to lower, squeezing that left glute to stabilize. Inhale, exhale to lower, pointing that toe to lift, flex the foot, and then drop the toe and the heel back to the mat. Lengthen the arms long, press the arms down into the mat. Bend your right knee in, lengthen the right leg up and pulse. You're squeezing the left glute to reach your right toe up towards the ceiling. Bend the right knee, heel to the mat. Left knee bends, left leg lengthens and squeeze your right glute to lift that left toe up. Pulsing up, bend the knee, heel to the mat. And then you're just going to take your arms overhead, reach your fingertips away as you roll down one vertebra at a time, all the way down onto the mat. Lengthen the legs up, bring the straight legs towards you and roll over. Take hold of the right ankle as you lengthen the left leg all the way up. Scoop your abdominals in. Pull that right leg towards you and switch legs. Take hold of your left leg as you reach the right leg up, scoop the tummy muscles in, feel that gorgeous stretch, and change legs. Right leg, pull the leg away from you, reach your top leg high as you pull that right leg away from you. Take hold of the left leg, reach the right leg up, scoop your tummy muscles in, reach the heel high towards the ceiling, and switch. Take hold of your right leg, lock the right knee, lock the left knee, reach the left heel high, and take both toes towards the floor. Reach the fingertips away, scoop the tummy in as you roll all the way down and come up into that teaser position. Lock the knees, cross your legs, hands to the mat and come back into 4-point kneeling position. Take your feet back into the plank position. Squeeze your glutes, draw your abdominals in, push back into the inverted B position. Bring your hands closer to the heels. Drop the heels down, drop the chest towards the mat. Scoop your tummy muscles in. Send the sits bones to the ceiling. Reach your right arm to the left ankle, rotate towards the left. Drop the chest to the mat, left hand to the right ankle, rotate towards the right. Hands to the mat, right hand to the left ankle, rotate towards the left, rotate even further, both hands to the mat, left hand to the right ankle, rotate the ribs towards that side. Walk your hands towards your toes, scoop the tummy muscles in and lift all the way up. Lengthen the spine, drop the chin towards the chest, drop the hands to the mat, walk the hands 1, 2, 3, 4 into a plank position. Press up for 1, press up for 2, squeeze your glutes and your pelvic floor for 3. Send the sits bones to the ceiling, walk the hands back all the way towards the toes. Keep the head down as you slowly roll up through the spine. Breathing in, drop the head towards the mat, hands to the mat, walk 1, 2, 3, 4 into your plank position, squeeze your glutes, pelvic floor, press up. Take your elbows behind you as you dip your elbows down and send the sits bones to the ceiling. Scoop your tummy muscles in as you walk the hands all the way back towards your toes and scoop the tummy muscles in as you roll up. And again, chin towards the chest, hands to the mat, walk the hands 1, 2, 3, 4 into your plank position and press up for 3. Squeeze your glutes, squeeze and lift the pelvic floor. Keep your knees locked, quads engaged, and then lengthen the arms fully. Send the sits bones all the way back to the ceiling. Walk the hands towards your toes into the forward bend, slowly rolling up through the spine, lifting the head. Come and stand to the center of your mat, take your feet wide, reach your right arm up, lift your right arm up as you bend up and over to the left, sliding the left hand down the left leg. Breathing in, breathing out, rotate the face and the chest to the ceiling as you go deeper into that side bend. Come back up to center. Left arm reaches up, slide the right arm down your right leg, reach up and over, breathing in, rotate the face and the chest to the ceiling, go deeper into that twist, and then come back up to center. Right arm reaches up as you twist up and over to the left. Slide the left arm down the left leg. Rotate even further towards the ceiling. Take the right shoulder back behind you. Chest and face to the ceiling. Back to center. Left arm reaches up. Come up and over. Right arm slides down your right leg. Rotate the face and the chest more to the ceiling. And then come back to center. Bring your feet closer together, lift the head, and then drop the head down as you scoop the tummy muscles in, into the forward bend. Interlace your fingers, bring your hands over your head, allow the head to drop down, breathing in, scoop your abdominals in, squeeze and lift the pelvic floor. Take the hands back down to the floor, and just let the arms and the head dangle as you slowly roll up through the spine. And relax.